time, sir. I'm almost there. Please hold it. Hold it. Damn. I missed it. Well, hey, look. Here comes another one. Hopefully, the next one should say, lifts going down. Finally, I made it to RBC's Got Talent, ladies and gentlemen. I hope I can make it into the top ladies read. My little act, spoken word, or narration for today is about some of my escapades whilst traveling in the lifts right here at Tower Bridge House. Yes, those 6 lovely glass boxes where you and I meet daily, traveling either up or down. From Mondays to Fridays, 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. here at Tower Bridge House, I reside mainly on the 3rd floor. If you work for RBC, it's got to be ground, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Miss the floors I just mentioned. When going up, you'll end up on the 7th floor, staring at reception bazaars. I find traveling in the lifts a very interesting mode of transportation here at Tower Bridge House. Forget about London Underground, where people are too preoccupied with their newspapers, iPads, Kindle, or guess what? Snoring away. Why do I find it so difficult talking to people in the lifts here at Tower Bridge House? Whilst I find it so easy talking to total strangers and dogs on buses that I meet on a day-to-day basis. I see people in the lifts. Eyes to the left, eyes to the right, looking at their shoes, looking at their phones, totally ignoring me. Here are a few scenarios of my escapades in the lifts right here at Tower Bridge House. Lifts going on. We stepped into the lift one lovely summer's day. It was just the two of us. Hey, I say. A rather dapper-looking man. He looked like an actor who stepped out of the set of the movie Men in Black. I really wanted to say something to him. You'd never guess who he was. I can't see him in the audience, so I'll say it was James Me. Why, oh why, I asked myself, can't I strike a conversation with him? I could not see his eyes, as he had some dark shades on. I must, I said to myself, after all, I chased his decks, and he still doesn't know who I am. Inside of me, I'm saying, it's Susan Abraham, who sits on the 3rd floor. It's me, James. It's me, James, the one who chases your decks. As I weighed up my options, to speak or not to speak, a voice rudely interrupted me. 3rd floor. I heard myself say to him as I stepped out, rather coyly, have a nice day, I managed to say. And he muttered something back as he carried on to the 5th floor. But hey, inside of me I said, finally, I've spoken to James Lee. That wasn't so bad after all. Lifts going down. He stepped into the lift on what was a rainy day. Richard Haywood, that's his name. Well, hey, he made my day. I stepped into the lift, and there he was too. We have not been introduced, he said. In my mind, I thought, wow, that's another crazy one, kind of like me. There are crazy people in this place like me. I'm Susan Abraham, I said with a big smile on my face. Ah, this Susan Abraham. I have heard a lot of things about you. Quickly I responded, good things, I hope. All good things, he said, all good things. By now, you must have gathered. I chase his decks too. Lifts going on. That dare my colleagues tried to pin on me at the office Christmas party 2 years ago had to be fulfilled. You see, they know my history about making public announcements and talking to total strangers, dogs, and all that I meet on buses and streets. I saw my moment. I went straight for the kill. Jonathan, what more was to spoil? He held out his hands in between the glass doors, and I stepped in. A proper gentleman he was. Doors closing. We both stood, each to our side. A silence engulfed the little box. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to do a little rendition of Just the Two of Us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. We'll build up castles in the sky. Just the two of us. I was in seventh heaven. Finally, I had my own very moment with Jonathan Whatmore in the lift. Is he around? Traveling inside, you see, with a big boss in the lift, suddenly I felt like I was flying first class. I seized the moment. I had to prove to my colleagues that I could do it. My voice cracked the cold silence in the glass box. It broke the ice. You are Jonathan Whatmore, I said to him, and he looked at me with a big surprise on his face. I stretched out my hands as he stretched out his hands to me. He shook my hands. I went on to tell him that 2 years ago, my colleagues in finance told me to have a chat with him at the work Christmas party. Why didn't you, he said. I told him I had to abort my mission. Truth is, I could not carry out the real request they asked me. I was told to try to kiss Jonathan under the mistletoe. I told him, but Jonathan, I told them, you are only human, you know. His response, but of course I am. Third floor, doors opening. We both arrived at our destinations. As we stepped out of the glass box, he went on to say jokingly, next time, ask me out for a coffee. See you around. I felt a sense of fulfillment come over me. Mission accomplished. I made my way back into the office, feeling really proud of myself, with a wide grin on my face, as I said to my colleagues, you'd never guess who I just met in the lift. I told them Jonathan was in the lift with me. They all had their mouths like, mind how you go, people? Because as you travel daily in those 6 glass boxes, you may come across one crazy woman who works here at RPC. She works on the 3rd floor. But before I go, I must tell you, I have a mission that must be accomplished. A mission to see you, and you, and you, and you, all of us traveling in those little glass boxes with big smiles, laughter, cheer on all of our faces. And with my colleague Lee, to you I say, I finally got to make my public announcement about traveling in the lift right here at RPC. Don't think you got off lightly, because I have headhunted you as my next double agent.